Salute, folks. It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance broker, and I've returned today to whap and tap on your head with another ADH wealth solution. So today's video is going to be, I'm going to show a couple of different things because I want to talk on a few different topics. But before I go in, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of this video. So, I recently went on a channel that some of you may or may not know, depending on the spaces that you hang out on YouTube in. There's a gentleman by the name of Austin Holloman, young black kid into travel, passport bro, whatever. Like I said years ago when Taz exclusive The GOAT was dragging the Black Manosphere and talking about the Ramil Amir dude, and obviously Taz could tell I didn't really hang out in the spot because I had no idea who Ramil Amir was, but I knew who Taz was. Long story short, I don't really care about that other shit that they're talking about in their content. They're gonna do what they want to do with their lives. I care about the financial services. So I spoke to Austin because I got sent to him by a client of mine who said these guys are talking financial stuff. I think as a black man it'd be a good idea for you to go over there since you're in your 40s, these guys are in their 20s, and drop some knowledge. So one of the things that I dropped knowledge on them was, he was like, hey, we're travel guys, we like to travel, is there anything that you can tell us, or help us in terms of, traveling and such within the next 1 to 3 years? And then ironically enough, one of my friends, Josh Nelson, actually posted in Facebook, and he doesn't particularly follow my YouTube, so he's not familiar with this stuff, but he posted, one of the coolest things about this business is the ability to work from anywhere. Don't let that opportunity slip if you like to travel. Our home to go. I've worked all over the place. $100 or so, and one day on the NIPR website, and you're in business. Anyone else do that? Happy Sunday, y'all, and happy Mother's Day to the mamas out there. So the beauty about the world of insurance and financial services is, for example, me, I'm licensed in 13 states. You don't think I travel to these states to do business with all the people that I do business with, right? No, I work remote. So that's one of the beautiful parts about this career. So I'm going to bring up, in terms of working remote, in this video, I want to talk about some of the things as working as financial services professionals. And one of the things that you hear from a lot of these, a lot of people who speak against insurance is, they'll tell about how they have their investment license, likely because they couldn't pass the insurance exam, to be honest. But and they'll try and tout that as, well, hey, I know more and I'm better at your at financial services than somebody who has their insurance license, which is not true because insurance is in everything, right? But hold on, let me pull up the post from that. Okay, so I found the post, and like I was saying, this question here is actually a great one. It says, to obtain a securities license or not obtain a securities license? That is the question. How many of you have it, and do you use it yourself? And there's 16 comments, so I'm going to look at all 16 of the comments. So one person says yes and yes, though I only use my Series 7, though, maybe 4 times in 15 years. So then that kind of wouldn't make sense. This person says, if it is a question of whether having it will make you more successful, then my recommendation is focus elsewhere. Plenty of money and a lot less headache to be had without the securities licensure. David Kinder, a group expert and the admin, says a lot of answers to your question will depend on whether you're choosing the RIA, registered independent agent route, or the broker-dealer route. And then someone else says, it depends on what you want to do. I have my 6, 63, and 65, and currently studying for my 7. My firm wants everyone to get the 7, so they're paying for it. Then another top contributor, and to you black folks, because I talk to brothers all the time, I can't listen to you because you don't have a haircut and da-da-da-da-da. These are rich white men, and this is what they look like. No haircut, straight beards, quote-unquote scraggly, right? Because it's not about what they look like. It's about the merit of what they're speaking. And here's David Kinder, right? White guy, yeah, he's got on a suit, but, no hair, no haircut, scruffy beard, everything. He's not worried about that look because folks with money ain't worried about that particularly. Some are, but let's see. Most securities license firms we partner with, all but one partner will drop their securities license so they can advertise. Market-like gains with no downside risks. Last year or two, they're earning more money writing our indexed products than they are with their assets under management. So assets under management is how and somebody who, for example, would say buy term, invest the difference would get paid. They get paid more money based on assets under management. Generally, they get paid based on 2 and 20 fees, meaning 2% of your net worth and 20% of your capital gains. This person, Brian, says yes and yes. Lots of rollovers, set up a few 401ks, a SEP, and a simple IRA. It does come in handy, and it's obviously another income stream. I think it adds value. I say you don't need a securities license for those products, though, sir, except for the 401k. But to set up an SEP or a simple IRA, you don't need a securities license, and you would just roll over the 401k into an SEP or another fixed index product. Tabitha says no question, 100%. This other person says, and a top contributor and a moderator, I market myself as the professional who doesn't have a license to lose money. Think blue ocean strategy. Tons of advisors out there, but what makes you stand out? After they get their needs met and they got money to gamble, then I connect them with the various investment partners I have. He says, you definitely want it. Do you have a company sponsoring you yet? This person says, yes, I use the 65. The CFP is up next. I think it makes total sense for one reason, and possibly a second, depending on what you want to do long term. The main reason is to be able to sell variable universal and variable annuities. They are fabulous options for the right client, and a must if you ever want to sell large corporate cases. I have a large portfolio of personal life insurance on myself and my wife. I wish that it was 75% variable as opposed to only 25% variable. Secondly, many of the large super producers that I know have built wealth management practices that dwarf their life insurance business. If that is of interest to you, you would need those licenses. Then Dave Kinder says, I just might disagree with you. I'd like to pick your brain on it to make sure I'm not off base, but my thoughts would be in regarding to the large corporate cases. It would depend on how they're positioned. Executive benefits, above 401k contributions for top hat testing, etc. If that's the reason, I do have an answer for that, but I could see where you're coming from. Then Mike Maloney, another top contributor, says, when you manage money through a market like 2000 to 2010, then you can share if you should get your license. The last 15 years were supported with QE and low interest rates. We're headed into a new market cycle. Personally, I don't want the responsibility of any risk of money for my clients. I got verification of my choice when I had an introductory meeting with a prospect. She shared that she's tired of chasing returns and wants something safe. The real verification is that she has $4 million and doesn't want to chase returns or risk losing. So, ladies and gentlemen, for you, the average consumer who ain't these wealthy people, and you're chasing returns, and you don't have access to $500 in the event of an emergency, because you're likely one of the 90% of Americans who are outside of the top 10% who can even talk this investing stuff for real and can afford to put in the minimum of $10,000 and have the risk tolerance and time horizon. Risk tolerance meaning you can, and let's Google that so you understand what risk tolerance is. What is risk tolerance in investing? Summary. Risk tolerance refers to the amount of loss an investor is prepared to handle while making an investment decision. Investors are usually classified into three main categories depending on how much risk they can tolerate, and that includes aggressive, conservative, or moderate. most of you guys want to be aggressive investors and you act like aggressive investors. I'm trading the swing trade and I got the e-money. You don't have access to $500 or $1,000 in the event of an emergency. You can't invest because you don't have the risk tolerance. If you don't have access to $1,000 in the event of an emergency, when investing, God forbid you lose, because you're likely going to lose more than you're going to win, right? And then what is time horizon in investing? So what is an investment time horizon? An investment time horizon is the time period one expects to hold an investment. So you guys can't just hop in and think, oh yeah, I'm gonna get some money and what if I sell before it goes down? You don't know. Your time horizon is what dictates that. How long are you gonna be in the game? Do you need the money tomorrow? Then you shouldn't be investing because you don't know if it's gonna reach your goal. Right? But so I say all that to say, you'll hear a lot of these people, oh, I got my investment license. They are paid based on the fact that they have your assets under management, not on the performance of whatever they've put you in. So that's something else to know. So this video is getting a little long, so I'm going to stop it here. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of this video. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. And remember, folks, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.